Hello, welcome back. Molly Knight here again. So last week I talked about the best things that I did in undergrad to help prepare me for physical therapy school. So now let me share kind of my more embarrassing flaws and things that I did that really are not good to do while you're in undergrad that will kind of stunt your ability to be successful and to get into PT school. Talk about the worst things that I did in undergrad, so avoid at all costs. Number one was that I one semester decided it was a good idea to take more than my 50% hard class workload, like I told you not to do. And then on top of that, my work schedule was insane, and I was working like 30 hours a week, and I literally had no life. And then I never went out. My relationships went to crap. I was in my room all the time like a little hermit in a cave. It was horrible. Don't do that. And guess what? My GPA suffered as well. Another thing that I didn't do that made my GPA suffer was I'm really good at math and science, but I am horrible when it comes to English, verbal, essays, writing. Not good at that. So my first semester, I thought that I could just write an essay and turn it in and everything would be okay. No, it wasn't okay. Things were not okay. So got my paper back and I got a C on it and was like, oh my gosh, this professor is an asshole. No, I sucked. It was my fault. Once again, see, undergrad student making excuses about their poor performance. No, it's typically probably your fault. Then I went into the professor and was like, why did you give me a C? And he sat down and went over it with me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I should have gotten an F after he explained how horrible I did. Then what I did to correct my essays, because my writing is so poor, I went to the writing center at my school and had them look over all of my essays for the next 5 essays I did. And I got A's on the rest of my essays. So use the writing service because first off, you just need to be able to write better, and don't let stupid things like essays make you fail a class or do bad in a class. Just don't do that. Okay, another thing that I did in undergrad that I think was just too much is I said yes to too many things. Like I was like, yeah. People wanted me to do something and I would say, yeah, let's do it. And then I became flaky. And then in PT school, my first year, the PT students called me the flaker because I would make plans and say yes, and I would flake out. So don't do that. Don't be the flaker. Don't say yes to too many things, though. Don't do it. It'll overload you. You'll be really stressed out. So you guys have to learn how to say no. When you feel like you have too much on your plate and it's stacking up, cut it out. Say no. I can't do it. I don't have the time for that. I've got to focus on the things that I'm already doing right now. One of my biggest mistakes was a toxic relationship during my first year. Well, I did that thing where you date your high school sweetheart into college. Don't do that. He was a cheater. Don't do that either. And I forgave him. Stupid. Don't do that. Dated him. It was toxic. He was extremely jealous, extremely controlling, and it kind of just like ruined my first year, and I did not have nearly as much fun as I think I should have had because of him. So if you're in a toxic relationship and that person is jealous and they're controlling, and then you're being jealous and controlling back, and then you're not going out with your friends and living life and having fun, and it's causing just stress and just nastiness in your life, cut it out. Get rid of that nasty person. Good relationship, somebody who builds you up, somebody who makes you a better person and does not bring all this extra stress in your life. Cut out toxic relationships. So 2 other things that I did in undergrad that are totally probably not related, and I don't even know. You guys probably aren't going to get anything out of this, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. So I played soccer for the women's club team, and I decided that my legs were too big. My legs were too big. They were too muscular because that whole thing was going around where it was like, oh, skinny legs and have a gap between your legs. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have a gap between my legs. So kind of freaked out a little. Stopped working out my legs as much. I stopped doing resistance training, but I was still playing soccer. So guess what happened? I played soccer my whole life, never had any issues, and then boom, next thing you know, just doing a warm-up stupid game, I tore my ACL meniscus, and I 110% believe it's because I stopped working out my legs, my muscles weren't as strong, which are like number one, your muscles are the main thing that keeps the joint stable. So just, if you're gonna play sports, which you should, make sure you do resistance training and don't just rely on the sport. Another thing that I really did bad that's not going to relate to you guys at all, but just don't do this, is I have 3 brothers, and one of them was dating this girl, and she was really cool. I really liked her, so I became really close with her. Really close. We were best friends. And then they broke up, and I was like, I'm still going to be friends with her. So that was a problem because being good friends with a girl who now hates your brother because he broke up with her, it just really puts you in an awkward spot. And I had to break up with her. I had to break up with my friend. That was weird. But like I said, get rid of toxic relationships. So the key point to that was just don't be really good friends with your family's exes. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, well that's it. That about wraps everything up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Hope it helps. Please continue to follow us on Pre-PT Grind and share this video to anybody at all who you think will help. I hope that you guys got something out of this to help prepare you for getting into physical therapy school. Goodbye.